Nissan Qashqai 1.5 NConnecta e-Power, PCP or personal lease? Stay tuned. Welcome back, folks. JD here again with another quick comparison video for you. I had a few comments recently saying, things along the lines of, we're not all company car drivers. Can you do some comparisons that are based on personal finance circumstances only? So, quick video today. What I thought I'd do is pick a hybrid, and we're going to compare it on a personal lease with a PCP. So these offers are applicable 15th of May 2025. So first thing we're going to do, like we normally do, is go over to Lease Loco. And currently, Lease Loco is scoring the Nissan Qashqai 1.5, as you can see here, with a really good score of 93. So that suggests that it's a pretty hot deal at the moment. And then I also went over to the Nissan site to have a look at offers that they've got on PCP, and they are currently offering on the same car, Nissan Qashqai 1.5 automatic NConnecta, 5.49 APR representative and a £2,500 deposit contribution. So let's have a look at how it's going to come out on a PCP, and then let's compare it with a personal lease. So I'm going to go to the finance calculator and let's see what it defaults to. If it's going to appear, that is. Here we go. So by default they're saying customer deposit of £5,000, 48 months, 6,000 miles a year. So I'm just going to tweak that a little bit, and because we're comparing with a personal lease, I'm going to assume we want to put a low deposit down, so a 1 month kind of deposit. So let's change this to say 500 quid to begin with, or thereabouts. And let's change it to 36 months. Very slow there, website. Here we go. So 36 months, and let's up the mileage to something a bit more reasonable, 10,000 miles. Why is this so slow? I'm not sure what this is doing. Oh, there we go, 10,000 miles. Okay, so that is coming out at, with a customer deposit of 534. I was pretty close. Look, customer deposit of 534, £565 a month. That's a cash price of 37,330, a Nissan deposit contribution of 2,500. Now, in both of these examples, we're going to assume that we're not going to want to own the car at the end. So after the 36 months, we're going to hand the car back. If we wanted to keep it, we would have to pay an optional final payment of 18,311. If you're not sure how a PCP works, by the way, there's plenty of content on this channel which explains kind of all the intricacies that are associated with a PCP or personal contract plan. Right, so let's go over to Lease Loco. And we'll go to here and we'll tweak the lease. Again, I'm going to change the mileage to 10,000. We're going to use 3 years with 1 month up front. So that's basically going to be 36 equal payments, 1 plus 35, as it would be otherwise known as. Now, look at that. That's coming out at 360.26 a month for the same car. Again, in both examples, we're going to assume there's no optional extras applied. It's standard wheels, standard colour, that kind of thing. Although this has got a glass roof. I don't know whether this one has a glass roof. Anyway, right, let's try and make it the same. So that's got an upfront payment of 360. So let's drop this customer deposit to around 360. It's very slow, their website. I don't know what this is doing. I can't really get it to 360 without waiting an eternity. I'm not sure what it's doing. So we'll leave it at 349. It's pretty close. Now, interestingly, look, I've put 36 months and it's saying duration 37 months. So I always say this, when you're comparing PCPs, make sure it's the same term. If you ask for a 3-year deal, you might get a 1 plus 36, so deposit plus 36 equal payments. You might get a 1 plus 35. So if you get a 1 plus 35 and it's slightly more expensive a month, it's probably going to be cheaper overall because you've got one less payment at the end. So just make sure you're comparing apples with apples. Anyway, let's work out what this is going to cost us over the term. So quickly nipping over to Excel, we'll go on to here, and let's say, so PCP is 349 deposit, and then 571 times 36 equals, sorry, that's not right, is it? That's not money. Let's put that onto a number. Okay, so across the term, that is that plus that times that. 20,905. Now you can see here, if that had been a 1 plus 36 and we change that to 35, look, obviously it's quite a bit cheaper, 2334. So just make sure the terms are identical when you're comparing things. So that's £20,905 across the 3 years for this Nissan Qashqai 1.5 NConnecta. On a lease, it is 360.26. So 360.26, and then 35 more equal payments of the same thing. So basically it's 36, but it's basically just that times that, because the first monthly payment is the same. 12,969. So that's a saving compared with the PCP of that minus that, £7,900 cheaper, which over the term is £220 a month cheaper, personally leasing versus PCP on the same mileage terms, pretty much the same deposit. So I know which way I would go. I hope that was useful. Quick word, if you're new to this channel is all about better educating you when it comes to financing cars, all sorts of car finance products. We're talking about gap cover now and again, that kind of thing as well. There are a couple of tools that you can purchase via me. One is my PCP HP calculator, so that's useful if you want to compare kind of different PCPs, where the voluntary termination point lies, early settlement calculations, that kind of thing. And then also a salary sacrifice tool. So if your employer is perhaps offering a salary sacrifice scheme, very popular with electric vehicles at the moment, plenty of content on this channel, that will enable you to work out roughly what your new net take-home pay will be. If you like the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. If you like the content that you've seen today, please give it a thumbs up and hit that bell icon so that you're notified as and when I release new content. Until next time, thanks very much for watching. Take care.